Hi, we're here at the 2022 Property Portal Watch in Madrid with Ryan Gallagher, who's the CEO of iovox, our gold sponsor and long-time supporter of the conference. So thank you very much for coming again
You're
to
more
the
than
conference.
welcome.
And it's always fun to have you here. Now, let's dive into a bit of what iovox does. Now, at the top line, what it does, and then I really want to dive in a little bit deeper on some of the interesting functionality you guys have.
We're basically a communications analytics platform. So we track and we analyze what's happening. In the same way that Google Analytics tracks and analyzes what's happening on your website, we track what's happening in phone calls, emails, SMS messages, and chat.
So when you say track what's happening, is it as simple as was the call made, did someone pick it up and how long it was, or can you go much deeper into what actually happened in the call?
We go much deeper. So we track and analyze everything from where the call came from, who the person who calls is, what they actually wanted, and then what happens during the call. So we can tie that into multiple different communication points as well. So there may be an SMS which is related to it, there may be an email, and we can tell you, for example, did that person who's calling need a mortgage? Were they asked if they needed a broker? Are they selling a house or a car or whatever? So we work with over 50 marketplaces around the world, and inventory is key right now. So that's one of the big drivers for people is, do you have a house to sell? Did the agent ask? If not, how much money did you leave on the table?
Now, what are some of the interesting insights that you're gaining from the data?
We're gaining a lot at the moment where we find out that there's a lot of money left on the table. So we have, anything from 15 to 20% of the actual answering parties ask the right questions. So, do you need a mortgage? Do you have a house to sell?
15, wait. I'm a mortgage broker or I'm a real estate agent, and I'm only asking the right question 20% of the time?
Less, by far less usually. So that's the high end.
Okay.
And this means that, when you extrapolate the data, you're leaving millions of pounds of value sitting on the table. We've had people say, I'm also selling a house, and the agent never pick up on it.
That's incredible, but probably not surprising.
No, it's not.
And so your analytics in real time, I assume, brings this to the surface and allows supervisors or other people within an organization to identify the weak links and to then put in place the right training or put the right scripts in place to ensure that they can capture that value.
We also trigger events, so we can send an email, a webhook, we can inject something into a CRM system to say, hey, this person is selling a house, somebody needs to call them back, here's the transcript of the call, here's where they said that, so that then you can follow up with the different departments, because sometimes you don't want that guy to call them back or that girl to call them back, so it's better to give it to a specialist who might actually ask the right questions.
And you're working with lots of organizations, by the way.
Yeah, so we work with REA, with Zoopla, we work with just the RA, we have a lot of different property portals. We have AutoTrader, both in the UK and Canada, we have cars.com, we have plenty of La Centrale, we have a lot of companies in different countries, so we are pretty much the only international company who does what we do. There's a lot of companies who are regionalized, but we're actually pretty much the only one in those regions.
Fantastic. Well, Ryan, thank you very much for coming to the conference again.
Thank you. Pleasure as always.
It's fantastic to have you here, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.